From the heart of Kansas City, we bring you Buck and Bob from Chiefs Kingdom and Tom.
I'm Tom. That's me.
I'm Bob.
And I'm Buck. And we're not fancy analysts.
But we have just as many bad takes.
We're not good with the intro.
We just messed that up big time, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll have to say, Buck, I listened to Sunday's episode, and I was so impressed with how you did, because every time you've ever done the show without me, you've kind of pushed out on doing the intro. But you brought it, dude. I was impressed. I was just like,
thank you very much.
That's my guy right there, doing it well.
I way overdid it too.
That's why I came in way overdoing it here. I was like, well, I gotta outdo him now.
I figured that's what was up.
Oh man, yeah. Well, we're here. We're here prior to Thanksgiving. Oh, it's been rough for me to be away from the pod, but I'm actually right now. The entire side of my face is black and blue. Mel put makeup on me to like hide it a bit because I've literally been scared to go outside of the house because I scare small children. You know, they shriek when I come by. I thought it was gonna be like it was going to be a lot easier because I had an implant put in my lower jaw when I was younger, but they had to put it in my upper jaw, and they had to like lift my sinuses because they were too close. And in doing that, they jacked up my entire face, and I woke up like this.
Oh! Oh! Whoa! But it was just one side of his face. The other side was normal.
Yeah, it was, but it was. I mean, Mel woke me up the next day, and it wasn't even as bad the first day after. She woke me up and she was like, "Oh, I was like, what? She's like, nothing.
You're fine.
You want some ice?
Totally normal.
Yeah, and she's like, and she's looking at me like, I'm like, what? And I go and look in the mirror and I do the old Will Smith. What the? It was bad, man. So I didn't want to subject people to that, and I was on pain pills. It was a lot more intense than I thought it was going to be. But I'm glad to be back, and I'm so glad Tom came on because that saved our butts. Because you would have had to do a lot of solo episodes, Buck. So it's it was almost like fate. Yeah, it was almost like fate. But I'm back now, and now. What do we want to start off talking about? I mean,
you look real nice. You know, props to Mel on the makeup.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, honestly, I can't even tell. So you look good.
I know that she does that for you every once in a while, and I couldn't tell. Very impressive. I mean, kudos to Mel.
I mean, my whole side of my face is actually like this weird, like sickly yellow along with black and blue. You know how it works when you get punched in the face. I don't know if anybody's ever been punched in the face like hard enough to where their whole side of their face like swells up. But I've had that a lot in my youth, and it looks like that. It's not pretty, and yeah. But I'm here, and I can finally smile a little bit. This is like my full smile.
Yeah, the swelling has gone down a lot. That's
yeah. It's still swelled up a bit, but
yeah.
But we're getting through it. But enough about me. You guys did great on the podcast. I thought one little thing though. You guys talking smack on Tony Romo. I got to call you out here, Tom. When you said that I don't like it when Tony gives Pat advice, it kind of triggered me a bit because, I mean, like, I think anybody who is knowledgeable in the game, regardless of what their accolades, can still give good insight that Mahomes could take or leave. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have to have rings to, be a good be a good
I
advisor.
As I was saying it, I thought about it and said, well, what are we doing when we're doing this? I'm sitting here, I wish this and I wish he would do that. And I'm no Tony Romo, that's for sure. But
yeah,
it just gets a little broken recordy. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you'll notice it now, on this upcoming game on Thanksgiving. You'll notice that, wow, he sure is repetitive. But
I mean,
that's about overall, I like him. It just kind of wears on you as he does more games. You're like, I wish he would shut up.
I mean, there's some things that he says. I'm like, nah, Tony, you're completely wrong there. No, But I mean, that doesn't mean. I still think he's so good at what he does. And looking back, he was a good quarterback, guys. Like,
he was.
I mean, I had him in fantasy one year, and I was like, man, I got a crappy quarterback, and it was like maybe his second year. I can't remember which one, but he scrambled for like a Barry Sanders minute in the freaking backfield, and then completed it for like a 5-yard gain after like a minute of scrambling, and I was like, I kind of like this guy. And I mean, he was just mismanaged, and it's a cool story. Undrafted free agent, like he comes in, they miss like. When was the last time you saw a quarterback having to hold the ball for 4 freaking field goal kicks? They made Tony do that the majority of his career in Dallas. That was silly. He should be on the sidelines talking to coaches, talking to his team, but instead he's out there doing the freaking punter's job. I mean, it was, I don't know. I think Tony gets a bad rap.
The ball for field goals doesn't mean that I got to sit there and put up with, here we go, Jim. I mean,
I agree
better
with
than
Buck.
some of the stuff Madden had to say. Usually the team that scores more points tends to win the game.
I think the team that finds the end zone is going to stand a good chance of winning this game.
Yeah. Well, I do agree with Buck, though. It's good to have someone who doesn't like him on the show, because me, Mel, and Buck do. And it's good it's boring when you have a show where everybody agrees with everything all the time. But I just wanted to state my case. And I'm honestly hoping that it doesn't change your mind, so that, you can keep on that hate.
It's going to need to be a stronger case than that to change that mind. But and look, I don't hate him. I really don't hate him.
What jersey are you wearing, Tom?
It's a Kelsey jersey.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Swift. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all. Yeah. Just curious. All I saw was
look, I had it before it was cool, just so everybody knows.
It's always been cool.
I have a Kelsey jersey, 2 Mahomes jerseys, a Jones jersey. I'm getting another jersey for Christmas. My mother-in-law buys me a jersey every year, and so I have to choose. Like, it's just like a thing now. Like, I just have to choose what jersey I want. Can you guess what I chose this year?
Which one?
Gelati.
That would have been a good one. I didn't take a chance on a rookie.
Okay.
I like to get jerseys that is somebody who has played for the team a long time or is going to play for the team a long time.
Bolton.
Simmons?
I almost got Bolton. Almost. It was so close, but I switched gears.
No, he said he didn't do a rookie, though, Tom.
Yeah, because
I thought he said that. Okay.
I've got a side Bolton right behind me, so I decided not to get the Bolton jersey. But you're close. It's on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, Hicks?
Nope. Think about one that you would want. Because
Karlaftis.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So I can flaunt that and be like, Buck, check out my jersey. And then my favorite jersey of all time is my Eric Berry jersey. If I could somehow someday get that signed, I will. I mean, he's my favorite Chief of all time. I just, I wear that one sparingly because I don't want it to get too beat up, because I feel like at some point I'll be able to meet him and get that signed. But yeah, I'm just rambling a bond. Let's talk about the Chiefs.
Yeah, we got a game coming up on Thanksgiving. Honestly, I'm pretty excited about it. I love Thanksgiving football, but now to be able to watch our team go out there and play on Thanksgiving, I think it's pretty cool. We've got Post Malone doing the halftime show, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
Hell yeah, I love me some Post Malone.
So we've got the Chiefs versus the Dallas Cowboys, or any other nickname anybody wants to give them. They've got a lot of them. America's team, they say. I think it's been a while.
We actually, I mean, the reason they were calling them America's team is because they were the most popular for the longest time, but the Chiefs have actually taken that over, according to some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some statistics. Basically, like
sources,
yeah. I wish I had those sources here, but it is. I mean, we like outsell them in jerseys and stuff now. Like
I'm sure Jerry Jones loves that.
Oh, I'm sure he hates it.
I'm sure he's just super happy about that.
Have you seen the show Landman?
Oh yes.
Okay, dude, the Jerry Jones scene. I can't believe he could act. That was actually fantastic.
He did a good job.
I mean, he was fantastic at that.
I mean, he acts like he could run a football team, so why not act on a show?
Dude. I'd
say he's bad at acting like he can run a football team.
I need a button for Tom's like quick wit one-liners, because those are awesome. I need what's the sound we need for that?
Based on some of my hot takes, it could be a womp womp.
Well, we need that one for the bad ones, but for the good ones, what's the sound? Like, I know the womp womp.
I don't know. The only sound bite you have for me is that one stupid one where I'm like, "Oh, you're right, Bob."
I mean, that's a good one.
I agree, Bob.
I mean, yeah, it's just like whenever I'm like, "Hey, I think I'm the coolest guy in the world."
I agree, Bob.
I think Tom's even cooler.
I agree, Bob.
I mean, I think that, the Bills suck.
I agree, Bob.
Yep. Sorry.
No, it's really good timing on all that, though. That was impressive. I like that.
Yeah, but oh shoot, I lost my train of thought with the whole Landman thing.
Oh, Jerry Jones, good acting.
Yeah, but we were talking about Jerry Jones. What were we talking about Jerry Jones about, though, for me to bring that up? You guys got to help me. I'm out of
the Chiefs are playing
practice.
The Cowboys. That's it.
Oh, I'm totally out of practice here as the moderator. I'm not moderating well at all. I'm just rambling on like an idiot. Looks like we have some questions. Let's get some questions, then we can get into kind of what we're dealing with the game coming up, because we do have some significant injuries to talk about, and we got some stuff to talk about with the Cowboys too. I saw you start some stuff. So.
Oh yeah, I figured you were just going to throw it up there. JC the White said, with the Cowboys, who we shutting down and who we making beat us, Pickens or CD?
Well, that's a pick your poison right there. They're both superstar receivers. Pickens was kind of give or take when he was with Pittsburgh, but what he's been doing this season with the Cowboys is no joke. I mean, he is producing. He looks good. I think we all know what CeeDee Lamb is. He's good. And so I think it's one of the best receiver tandems in the NFL, to be honest with you. And Dak's no slouch. And so, they're putting up numbers. Their offense is definitely something to deal with. If you got to pick your poison, I don't know. I think you go for Lamb, and but if you cover one, the other one's going to eat.
Yeah, I think the problem is, I say we shut them both down, and hear me out here. So Problem is
I'm sold.
you know, Pickens is 6'3", CD is 6'2", okay? Those types of receivers are trouble for McDuffie, all right? Like, he is shorter, and those catching radiuses is really, if McDuffie was a little bit taller, he would be like literally the best corner that's ever been in the NFL. But I say we take a chance. We get Fulton, or not Fulton. Like, we put Fulton back in the cupboard. Like, we've brought him out a little bit, since like now obviously they were using him as trade bait, and now all of a sudden he's playing after the trade deadline. Let's bring our rookie back in. Let's let him take on George Pickens, and let's let Watson take on CeeDee Lamb, and let's let them just lock both of them down. Now, who you double, I think that depends on the tape that the coaches have watched and who they think it's going to go to. It depends on if they're both on the same side of the field, but basically double them using zone rather than man, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think it should be
Noel
CeeDee Lamb.
Williams, sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
I think it should be CeeDee Lamb. I don't know. I feel like he's a better receiver than Pickens, but like you said, they're both freaking superstars. But whatever you do, you got to shut whoever you decide to shut down. You got to shut him down. My vote is CD because when my fantasy team that I'm playing against this week got CeeDee Lamb, so let's go for that.
Well,
huh?
I'll tell you what, one way that would be really effective to shut them both down is get pressure on Dak. Keep getting pressure back there. I mean, I know Chris Jones didn't record any sacks this past game, but he was very influential on that game. He caused a lot of hurry-ups, a lot of miscues, and I think that if we can get pressure on Dak, then that's when CD and George Pickens aren't as big an issue. They're going to have to start relying on the running game, but they have no slouch in the tight end position either. So it's a very high-powered offense. It really is. So it may be a track meet. The over-under, I believe, is sitting at 52 or 52 and a half.
Low 50s.
And I mean, right out of the gate, I would say over. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game.
Yep. And Supra Fan 69 says if McDuffie was taller, he would not have been available at 21. Lol. Yes, I agree with you completely. And I mean, he's a great freaking pickup, and he's usually can shut down taller wideouts that just aren't elite like these two are. So that's the only worry that I have. I just say we play nickel the majority of the game here, and with Leo Chanel banged up a bit, that seems perfect. You got Tranquil Bolton on the field, and you got yourself McDuffie in the nickel. I would prefer more Noel than Fulton, but for some reason the coaching staff just doesn't want to play him, even though he performs like a beast every time that I've seen him on the field. I don't get that at all. So
I love that answer. I love the answer. Bring pressure, make Dak throw it quickly. But unless you think that what we saw at the end of the last game, the end of the fourth quarter and overtime from our defense is just going to carry over. I don't. I think they were playing against a really tired offense. And,
dude,
and I don't expect them to get the pressure without blitzing.
So I didn't say this because I wasn't on the pod, but during that game, after Hunt fumbled it, I think Spags was just like, F it. I'm just going to blitz and just see what freaking happens. I'm going to blitz and see what happens. And you saw what happened. Same thing that happened against the Ravens when you blitz. Let's do that to Dak. I mean, honestly, I don't know why he hasn't done it more. Like I wanted him to do it against the Bills. I wanted him to do it against so many quarterbacks because that does change stuff. And our linebackers and the safeties and or corners that we have playing slot the majority of the time are able to get in. Like they are able to get in there. And I just don't see, I see nothing but benefit from us blitzing more often with 6. Not even like 5, I don't think is enough. Like we are lacking in the front 4, and yeah, I don't know, but I mean, with Chris Jones kind of coming into his own, like Spags was on the podium today talking about Jones and how like the last couple weeks he talked to Jones, was like, dude, you're practicing different. It's like Jones is getting a hair lit under him, and he's like, no, we need to get this. And I don't know why it took so long. I don't know what was the deal, but it seems like Jones has awoken. The sleeper has awakened in Jones.
Yeah, he's playing like a man possessed right now. But it's weird though, because in years past when he was having success, we saw happy, excited Chris Jones, big smile on his face. He looks pissed right now. He looks like he's just not happy with the way that this defense is performing.
He's bringing out 9.
Yeah, he's almost bringing out, the. I don't know what that means,
You
but
didn't
he's
get it.
he's bringing out the inner beast just to spite.
He's bringing out 9.
Yeah. Almost
you
to
know
spite
Tom,
Spags.
you know what I'm talking about? He's bringing out his
I don't.
alter ego 9. Chat,
I
does chat know what I'm talking about? Chat,
And
come
I'm a
on,
dork.
somebody.
I still don't know.
Oh man, the Vikings QB, at like around like week 4 or 5 or something. What's his name?
McCarthy?
Oh
Is it?
yeah, it's McCarthy. Yeah, JJ
Yeah.
McCarthy.
He came out and said he has an alter ego called 9. It's his number. And dude, I can't believe you haven't heard of this. It's hilarious. He's like, 9 comes out and he has a fury. And it's
Well, it
so
ain't working,
funny.
JJ.
Oh yeah, dude. The press conferences, like, dude, there's so many memes out there making fun of him. It's just like, yeah, well, 9's overthrowing everything because he's angry. But yeah, I think Jones is looking good. But you have a disagreement here, Buck.
Superfan said, sorry, Buck, have to disagree about the Colts being tired. They had under 26 minutes in time of possession. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any stats to back that up, but they looked tired. They looked run out of steam. They didn't have it against the defense, and they had it for 3 quarters straight. So that, I mean, they looked
Maybe a
tired.
better way to say it, Buck, that would get the point across more. Because I think Superfan has a point here, but also he makes your point if you would have stated it the opposite way. The Chiefs' offense being able to stay on the field with so many long sustained drives kept our defense fresh and not
true.
tired, which probably led to, and that's just, I know it's the same exact thing, just, but like it's like our defense wasn't tired, and that's what we're used to. We're used to seeing Jones tired, and we saw, what was the game against the Raiders where the defense played like 22 snaps. they looked amazing because they only played 22 snaps. You know what I mean? So
That's
yeah,
insane.
I think it's kind of tit for tat with that. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. You have anything else for us to start?
Yeah, that was just a comment about jerseys. That was a nice extensive collection that Jay-Z had. But Janae Rains had one here. Coach Reed better commit to the run game and don't be stubborn. I don't know, man. I'm expecting maybe 20 to 25 runs again total.
Well,
by
I
running
think
backs.
the big storyline on the Chiefs offense this week is that Pacheco's coming back. And so now
Which-
you can have split time between him and Kareem Hunt, who's got to still be sore. I mean, that guy,
Oh yeah,
Dude,
that was
he
a
took
work
a
I don't-
load there.
he's
So-
not on the injury chart at all, and he came out talking today, and he's like, "I've just been sleeping on all of my off time, sleep."
I'm sure.
Like he came out in
I'm
the press
sure.
conferences, was just like, they're like, "What's the best way to get back from this?" He's like, "Sleep, cold tub, massage. Sleep, cold tub, massage." Like, and I mean. So yeah, this is 30 carries. I read Patrick in the press conference after was like, I didn't know it was 30 carries, but damn, it's just like
Yeah.
okay.
It was impressive. But now split backfield, so lighten the load a little bit, and hopefully one of them gets hot. And I
That
agree.
worries me
Hopefully
more.
Andy doesn't go away from the running game because it's important. I mean, if you want to open up the receivers, you got to run the ball. If you want the RPO to work, you got to run the ball. If you want to bring those safeties in and lock them up, you got to run the ball. And so it's important. And Andy's so good at running it 8 times and saying, "Nah,
yeah.
we're good. We're passing."
I agree. I just have watched Andy coach this football team for so long, and everything that I've seen leads me to believe that one game where it looks like he may have learned his lesson. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think a lot of it has to do with Mahomes too, though. I think he checks out of runs a little too comfortably. I don't know.
But yeah, but he changed that in the last half or the last quarter. So Romo, who everybody either hates or loves, said multiple times in the fourth quarter, yeah, they're definitely not running it here on the RPO that was being run, and they handed off, and Romo's just like, damn, okay, and Romo knows this because he knows what happens in the fourth quarters normally.
Except he didn't know it.
Those RPOs are Mahomes' choice. And so Mahomes finally, because we always get on Andy, but the RPOs are Mahomes' choice. And now Mahomes seems to be buying into it too, which is kind of what happened to Peyton Manning later in his career, like where he was like, you know what? I can hand this off. Problem is, I don't think Mahomes is going to trust Pacheco like he trusts Hunt. That's the problem that I'm going to run into with Pacheco coming back. I know he loves Pacheco, but trusting him might be a different story.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. And trust is big with him. I mean, you see it in the passing game when, you've got open receivers running slants and he's like, maybe not. And I can see that with Pacheco as well. I mean, why the faith in Kareem Hunt all of a sudden? Who knows? But maybe just, remembering the old days and
I think he's had faith. I think he's had faith in Hunt forever. I just think Pacheco's back in there the majority of the time when he's been in. Like Hunt's coming in for those short yardage things, but hopefully they actually do just do a straight up split backfield. Like that's That's what I'm just worried about because, dude, Pacheco has one of those no gain, loss of a yard, like,
Gain of 2.
good old Clyde Edwards, Hilaire special, like, then I don't know, man. Andy's like, ugh. And I've lost faith in Pacheco after the injuries, and it sucks, but,
You're really making me rethink my whole argument on the Breece Hall thing. My point was, does anybody really think when we were 5-5, does anybody think that we have a better record if Breece Hall is our running back over Pacheco or Hunt? But I think in this case, Pacheco's the conversation piece, so we'll stick with him. And now that you mention it, Bob, you think it's Mahomes that doesn't trust Pacheco with the RPO. That makes a lot of sense. And had we had a better running back in that situation, if the dual threat was Kareem Hunt, who we know he trusts, and a Breece Hall, somebody that we think that he would end up trusting after a little bit,
but
maybe
end up trusting after.
Right.
Like that's why these mid-season grabs, I think people put way too much stock in them, and I think they shouldn't. They shouldn't. Like, we picked up Dameon Pierce, awesome grab, but he's still on the practice squad. It's not like when we grabbed Hunt. Remember when we grabbed Hunt? I told you he's playing next week, and you're like, I don't know. I was like, I guarantee you, he's playing next week. Dameon Pierce, I don't know that he gets in for a few weeks, if even the entire. Like, he might be a stash for next year. Similar, I mean, he is being brought into the practice squad at a similar time Tyquan Thornton was last year. I don't know that he comes in and just grabs it. He's not a superstar. He's a great grab, and I think with a training camp under his belt, he is somebody who could be awesome for us next year. But I think people really don't understand. This isn't just Madden. This isn't just plug and play. This isn't you grab a guy and he just jumps in and goes. There's all kinds of lingo and everything else that they have to know, or else they're going to be standing there, hold up their hands going, I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I'm sorry, coach. And that's, as an experienced coaching staff, that's what Kansas City doesn't do. And that's why the fan base just really needs to understand these aren't, like, midseason trades just are not things where somebody comes in and performs. If you trade a bunch of firsts and you get yourself a S-tier player like the Colts did with the corner, what's his name?
Sauce Gardner.
Sauce. I mean, that is a plug and play right off the bat guy. Most guys are not. And most teams aren't going to trade a guy who is. So it's just, I think people really, really push the trade stuff way too much. And I think that falls a lot on content creators wanting content and wanting to give fans hope. And we just don't do that here. We just don't do that here. We should, because we'd get a lot more views, but we don't.
I think it's a great pickup. I mean, he's young.
Oh, yeah.
And I think most importantly, he's fresh legs when needed. I think we've found ourselves in a situation where we're down a running back. And I mean, you're getting to the point where you got to hand it off to Clyde. We got to think about some other options here.
Yeah.
I think he's a good pickup. I think next year, definitely he'll have a lot more impact. But most importantly, when we get towards the end of the season, I mean, we got to play the Broncos on Christmas, and that's probably going to have a lot to do with whether we make the playoffs or not. And then if we're lucky enough to make the playoffs, I shouldn't say that. When we make the playoffs.
At this point, are we done talking about Elijah Mitchell? Like, are we done beating that drum? I mean,
I just don't know what the deal is with him. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with him at all.
It was something everybody was pounding.
It's got to be
kind of going away.
So they did bring all the guys in that I was talking about, possible trade candidates like Tanyan, Mitchell, Fulton, right? Like all of a sudden they were healthy scratches for the first half of the year. After the trade deadline, they're all in, right? But Mitchell, they seem to like not want to put in much. And I don't know if that could go back to the whole, like, is he just not grasping the offense? Is he not, when he gets quizzed during team meetings or during running back meetings, is he giving the wrong answers? Is he just not there mentally? Because the Chiefs offense deals a lot on mental players, like their mental capacity, whereas other teams will let guys just go and play and just be okay if they screw up this or that. And sometimes it does work out for them, but it seems like Andy and crew aren't down with that. So that's all I could guess, is that that Elijah's just not picking it up.
Which is what I kind of thought. I mean, for the longest time with him was just, there's got to be something that they're seeing during practice that they just don't want to see on the field on game day.
Yeah. I don't know. Tom, do you have any thoughts on Mitchell, or I don't get it?
I mean, you pretty much hit on it. I think there's got to be some sort of disconnect and a lack of trust. I can't say it enough. I mean, if you're choosing to hand the ball to Clyde instead of some of the other options, like, something's off.
Yeah,
So.
and Clyde, like, I feel bad for Clyde because he sure does seem to try, but it just he just didn't work out.
So did Kadarius Toney.
Well,
yeah,
you win some, you lose some.
So did
Kadarius
Sky Moore.
Toney didn't really try. I'd say Sky Moore tried. Kadarius Toney couldn't even try hard enough to stay off social media while showing his guns. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's fair to compare those two to Toney.
It was, yeah.
Toney was picking fights on freaking Twitter. I mean, come on, dude. You can't.
I was just talking about the play on the field. I don't know anything about his social media.
Oh yeah,
faux
he was saying he was coming after these guys. It was bad, man. It was bad. You gotta subscribe to Microphone. It'll give you all the juice on the
Social
NFL on the NFL screw ups and stuff.
Yeah, I'm good.
Nice.
It's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. I can't lie.
I want to give a shout out to somebody in the chat named Del Monte Green Beans. It's the perfect time of the year. By the way, we're not sponsored by Del Monte Green Beans, but I do want to bring up that when Thanksgiving comes around and it's time to make that green bean casserole, stick with Del Monte Green Beans. Found at your local supplier.
I like fresh green beans. I can't really handle the canned beans.
Not a big bean guy, man. My mom makes a killer green bean casserole, and I'll eat that. But otherwise, you can ask Bob. I've never liked beans.
He likes my chili. But that's
I do. I'm all right with the
Love
beans and chili now, but that's only been for like the last 5 or so years.
Yeah, but are you okay with other people's chili or just mine? Let's be honest. Mine's like far and above like a regular chili.
I just, everybody thinks they have the best chili. I just like chili. I've never made chili, so leaving me to judge anybody's chili would be stupid.
I'm going to go buy like 4 different restaurant chili the next time I make chili and let you try a bite of each and then mine. And then we'll get the final call here, because store-bought chili and restaurant chili is oftentimes just not even comparable to mine.
I got our buddy Jason, actually, who's in our fantasy football league. He used to make chili, and he would make it before he put the beans in. He would set aside a little portion for me so that I could enjoy it too. He made pretty good chili, but he likes the spicy. Like he's one of those guys. The spicier, the better. And for me, there is such a thing as too much spice, and I like spice.
Yeah.
Well, Bob, buddy, I'll take you on any day of the week on a chili competition if you'd like. So you
Chili
name the
off?
place. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a little chili cook-off.
I'm in.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm in.
Dude.
A three-way.
You know what
There we go.
should
We might have to do what we'll have to do a live
I've
event.
never made chili before, but I'm in.
Well, what we should do is how many home games are left? How many home games are left?
Three.
Three. So one of the home games left, we could set up a Buck and Bob and Tom chili off where we just sit there. We have the two chilies and you're going to make chili too?
I said I've never made chili before, but I'm in. Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Okay. We'll have the three.
Yeah.
We'll have the three chilies, and we won't tell anybody whose is whose, and we'll give everybody that walks by we'll have little cups,
voting,
and we'll give them a little cup of each, and we could make them different colors, and then they could just write on a little piece of paper, drop it in a can of which one they thought was the best. That would be cool.
I've already
It's
asked
really
AI
gonna
how to
break
make
our
the best
hearts
chili.
when Buck wins. when Buck ends up winning this thing, what are we gonna do then?
Buck's gonna be coming to it. He's gonna be like, well, I just poured a bunch of cans of Hormel chili in there.
This
called
is
it a
Wendy's.
day. Wendy's chili. Wendy's chili's too watery, but it is one of the better chilies, though. Like, it's actually better than most restaurant chilies.
Yeah, agreed.
But it's not even close to mine. All right, well, we're gonna have to get that done. All right, how did we get on chili?
I don't remember.
we
Del Monte
started
green
talking
beans.
Del Monte
Del
green
Monte
beans.
When making
Yes.
a green bean casserole and you're getting the family together for Thanksgiving, don't forget about Del Monte green beans on
I
sale now.
thought you were about to
Price
drop
up.
that you know that guy or something.
No, I just like the name, and I was thinking about
Del
Thanksgiving
Monte
being in a
green
couple days.
beans. It's what's for dinner.
That's
Well,
awesome.
as a
That's a
side.
great name, though. That's a
All right, so
kick-ass name.
okay, let's talk about the Chiefs' injuries real quick. Am I correct that Trey Smith is out?
That is what I've seen. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which
so
means we're gonna
that's
get a
a
good dose
big
of
problem.
Caliendo, probably.
Caliendo Frontier. Yeah,
And then
So
the
maybe run
other,
a lot to the left side.
The other big scratch is Gray.
Uh-huh.
Is
Gray.
also out.
And Gray, a lot of people are saying it's not that big of a deal, but
What's
it's not
concussion?
that. Well, no, that it's not that big of a deal that he's out, but it's not that big of a deal that he's out for receiving yards. But what he does on the dirty work, that's gone. And I'm hoping Tanyan knows how to do that, because I see Tanyan as more like a Travis Kelce, like a pass catcher. But Noah Gray even has played fullback for this team in the past. Like, he's a great blocker, and I don't know what Tanyan can do there. Like, I was always hoping Tanyan would spell Kelce and Gray would still be out there doing Gray things in, 21 and 22 and, different, packages. So, like, when there's two tight ends on the field, I want Gray as that second guy. I think he's the best, second, tight end, which is a different job in this offense than in others. Like, he does a lot, and I think that's going to hurt having him out. And I don't think people understand or even realize what he does when he's not catching the ball.
Well, he's an extra lineman, and it helps a ton. And it's our running backs aren't necessarily that great at blocking, and that's where Gray comes in big as picking up any extra rusher. In receptions, he comes up big. He really does. I mean, not as much this year. I remember last year though that it would be like 3rd and 15. You're like, how are they going to get it done? Well, there's Noah Gray with like this huge catch.
Mm.
But I mean, he'll be missed. And hopefully it doesn't make Mahomes a little bit more nervous, because I have noticed that leads to bad things when Mahomes plays super nervous and extra careful, because he's watching out for that. However, on the other side, Dallas is missing their left tackle, whose name escapes me, but he apparently
Tyler Guyton.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But so that's big news. You know, you never want your starting left tackle to go out. See also the Chiefs last year, if you want to know what it looks like as a revolving door at left tackle. So that could be interesting.
I just almost wish that instead of Caliendo, we could just put Jalen Moore in there at that right guard spot. Like, I'd love to see what that looks like. But they probably want to keep him fresh in case something happens to Juwan Taylor or Simmons. But
well, on a short week, it's hard to do that kind of stuff as well. I mean, you kind of just got to go for your immediate backups.
But Moore has practiced all through training camp. He did practice both the left and right guard positions. Like, he was kind of somebody who was moving all over the line, trying to see if he could do that. And Caliendo actually, worked in training camp sometimes as center too. So I don't know. I would like to maybe see that, but yeah, the short week, I don't know. I wish Caliendo, he's a smart dude. Like, that's for sure. Like, he's like his college, he's like almost a doctor. Like, I think like he's got like not a medical doctor, but I think he's got a doctorate. Chat could tell me I'm wrong if I'm wrong, but I think he does. I mean, he's smart. I don't know that he's an NFL caliber player, and he didn't even know. Like, he was getting ready to go his other route, but Kansas City brought him in, and he's been here since. But I don't know that he's actually an NFL player. But I wish he was. I don't know.
While we're talking about the offensive line, this ought to strike a chord. Happy birthday to Juwan Taylor.
Oh, I saw that today.
Yeah, today is his birthday. He is 28 years old. 28 also being the average penalties he has thrown against him in a season. But happy birthday to Juwan Taylor.
Your birthday present is you get 6 more regular season games with the Chiefs.
Which what sucks? Yeah, that penalty against him last week. Romo said later on in the game, this is the worst penalty I've seen all season across the NFL. I think that one was minuscule to the Juwan Taylor penalty that wiped out the freaking Kelsey TD. I think that's crazy.
I mean, his hand was up there, though, if we want to get into
but his fist was closed. His hand was closed, and it was on the side of the helmet, not even near the ear, not even and not even near the freaking face mask. It was absurd. That was the biggest one I've ever seen, especially like at the start of a game. Like, dude, I'm still reeling about that. But we're not going to get
the worst part about that is the play that they used was completely wasted, and that was a great play. That direct snap,
it was a good
Kelsey,
play. Yep.
Now it's on tape. Everybody's seen it. They know what to look for next time they see that formation. It just sucks.
Next time they do that formation, he's going to throw it
to Mahomes.
Oh,
Mahomes throws to
break
Mahomes.
The internet.
Mahomes knocks it off the back of
he throws it to the upright
helmet.
Oh, he throws it on the upright. It bounces off,
and then runs right through the middle of the field and grabs it. like
Dennis
freaking
Rodman
Jordan
style.
grabs it one-handed with his legs out, Jordan pose.
Oh yeah.
Break
Oh,
the
yeah.
internet. I mean, that would break the internet more than even the jump reverse splits over the defender last year. That
From Saquon.
Saquon did.
Yep.
That was
I don't
pretty
know.
amazing.
That was sick,
Top
man.
It
5
was
plays I've
unreal.
ever seen.
I mean, unreal, dude, unreal.
That was sick. I didn't even know that he was a top-rated running back until after that play. I really didn't. I don't pay
I mean,
attention to
I
other
knew
teams
when he
that
got
much.
traded. I was just like, crap. Ugh. But yeah, so other injuries on the Chiefs. Rashee Rice, hamstring. It was kind of bothering him during the game. You can see Xavier Worthy, along with his shoulders, still not being repaired. People forget about that. Like, until he gets surgery, that's not stuck in there. That thing's still like, a good like shoulder bump could knock that freaker out. And then he's also dealing with an ankle. Leo Chanel has a knee. I'm doing the Andy thing. Mahomes has a groin. Isaiah Pacheco has a knee. I mean, but he's expected to play. I don't know. Rice was the savior last week. And I hate to say it, but Rice being slower really kind of hurts.
Well, yards after catch are kind of his thing, I mean, he catches the ball and then he goes. But he was full participant in practice, I think. So it's promising. I think he may have just tweaked it a little bit. Doesn't seem to be anything that's going to hinder him too much. So we'll see. Worthy, he's a delicate guy. I mean, I'm coming to terms with that. He's fast, but he's delicate.
I don't think he is, though. What's crazy is, did you know, prior to him getting his shoulder knocked out at the start of this year, he had never missed a game his entire NFL and collegiate career. He had never missed a game due to injury, ever.
Is that true? In college?
It was his.
I
it was
could have
his
swore he
first
missed time
injury.
in college, but I
Nope.
could be wrong. I've
Yeah,
been wrong more often than right.
I didn't know until they asked him about what it was like not playing, and he was like, it was weird. This is the first time I've ever had an injury that held me out of a game, and it's been bizarre for me. Like he said that on the podium afterwards. And so like it brought up me talking about like last year, I was talking about Worthy and he just wasn't on the sideline. He wasn't getting his toes in when I thought he could have. And then later on in the year, I thought to myself, oh, maybe the reason he's not getting his toes in is because he's always favoring not getting hurt. Whereas like a lot of those toe taps leave you open to major injuries, right? And like, is that worth it for one play that's not a playoff play? I don't know. I actually like kind of changed my thoughts on Worthy kind of halfway through the season because of that. So yeah, I don't think he's actually weak. It's just he's been dinged up this year, and it might be because he's trying harder.
And I'll be honest with you, a lot of this is biased because we went to a charity event last year and he was the guest chief there. So to meet him in person, the first thing my wife said was, oh, he's skinny. He's going to get hurt. And
Yeah.
I mean, looking at him, I was like, good Lord, you think about a linebacker hitting that guy, like that poor guy is going to just get creamed.
So this is something I bring up a lot. Like, you think about Tyreek Hill too, right? These small guys have a lot less mass. So as long as they're jumping in the air, like if they get hit by a semi-truck of a linebacker, right? They actually get moved a lot easier than if a big old wide receiver or tight end runs into a linebacker. It's like, think a truck hitting a small car or two trucks hitting. Like two trucks hitting.
Or think about a
Boom.
wide receiver hitting a tight end. I mean,
I see what you did there.
but
Clever.
thank you
yeah,
very much.
like we look at the Dexter McClusters, we look at like, dude, Dante Hall, I've met him in person and he's the same size as you, Tom. I mean, he's literally the same size, and I'm like, hey, how you doing, little guy?
Tom, you could have
I know
been
it's weird. He's a little bit faster,
return
but
guy
yeah,
in the
same size.
NFL.
He's just a smidge faster, just a smidge.
He didn't want to race though, so we'll never know.
But
Could have been the Y factor.
yeah, like the smaller guys actually, if you watch, they actually get injured quite a bit less. Now, I look at like Tyquan Thornton, and he even looks, because he's like longer and taller, he even looks skinnier than freaking Worthy does. And I'm like, but
Which I don't even know how that's possible, but yeah.
but yeah, I think it's actually a knock that people just in their head think right away, oh, he's gonna get hurt because he's so small. But I think small could actually be a benefit to not getting hurt. It's just there's less weight to hurt, like for non-contact injuries as well. Those are when a cleat sticks, and then the body weight of the person is what actually hurts the player, not like anybody hitting them. Whereas like the smaller guys can plant that, but their body weight is way less and doesn't seem to hurt them. So yeah, so like size actually can be a benefit, I think, to not being injured. But
size matters. It's been proven.
Back to the original point, though. I mean, the guy.
Sorry.
It seems like every game or two, it's something new with him. And I mean, but he's not missing time. I mean, granted, he got the crap knocked out of him by Kelsey, but outside of that, I mean, he's not missing time and he's playing hard. But that's where I come from. It just seems like he's a little delicate because it's something new, like every other game, it seems like with him. But he's playing through it. I mean, I keep waiting to hear that, oh, he's going to miss this game because of this injury, but he doesn't. And so good on him.
Yeah, but he definitely seems slower. His route running has like regressed. Mm-hmm. I keep saying what made Tyreek Hill amazing was, of course, his jumping power, which was just out of this world. And, Worthy has no chance of getting that power. But his change up in speed when running routes is what made Tyreek Hill amazing. You'll watch it all on film. He'll do a little hop, skip, jump. He'll jump up in the air, and it'll hit the ground. And it'll go like freaking road runner. And that's what Worthy was starting to get at the end of last year, but seems to have not gotten now. But we talked about CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens earlier, and which one do we stop? I'll tell you, I am less worried about those two than I am about Jake Ferguson. Their tight end is probably going to eat us the truck up. I mean, we've been eaten up by tight ends over the middle constantly, and that's the matchup that scares me.
I could not agree more. That's what absolutely drives me nuts when I'm watching the defense and these guys are wide open. I'm not even talking about, beating their defenders by, 2 or 3 steps. I'm talking wide open. And look, Jake Ferguson is one of the tight ends on my fantasy team. So I've done a little bit of research. He is a bad mamma jamma.
He is.
He is one to be feared.
Consistently getting his. I just think it's funny whenever anybody's like, tight ends are wide open against the Chiefs. Well, we're getting a little taste of our own medicine. That's what every other team has been saying about Kelsey for the past, 6, 7, 8 years now.
10
Like,
years.
how the hell's he so wide open? I mean,
Dude,
he's to blame for other tight ends getting so wide open.
I think he is even more to blame because of tight end U. I watch all of this stuff from tight end U, and Kelsey's giving all his tricks to all these other tight ends across the league. And dude, we're seeing it happen now. Like, tight end U works and not to our advantage.
Well, I mean, it's been to our advantage
Yeah.
because it worked before he started telling all these other guys. But yeah, that's a good point. Because of Kelsey's prolonged success, and these other teams are kind of adopting, that style of tight end. I don't know. It's gonna drive me nuts when Ferguson gets 100 yards in receiving and probably a touchdown.
I mean, again, it's a potent offense. You kind of got to pick your poison here. Are you going to make them beat you with the tight end and the run game, or is it going to be CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens down the field? It's not easy to defend this team. So
yeah, I still say
ask the Eagles.
You got to shut down those receivers,
Yeah,
man.
after the Eagles were 21-0 and the Cowboys came back 24-21. I mean, it
was impressive. And
I didn't watch the game, but oh my God.
Some of the impressive part of that is that I kept kind of flipping back and forth. And every time I'd see the Cowboys have the ball, they would do classic Cowboy stuff of like, oh, didn't get it done. Oh, overthrew him. Oh, had a chance, but it didn't work out. But then I kept coming back. I'm like, they scored a touchdown on that drive. They scored another touchdown on that drive. And they just kept plugging away at it. And it was pretty neat. And meanwhile, Philly kept kind of imploding in the second half of that game. So it was a wild game. It was highly entertaining for sure.
Yeah, it was wild.
I think the Chiefs need to watch that game tape before we play the Eagles again.
Just the first half. Yeah, I would watch the first half and just do what the Eagles did in the first half.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah. And then do the opposite of what the Eagles did in the second half. So the line on this game, I already brought up the over-under. I feel like it's definitely going to go over. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. I mean, Dallas's defense isn't exactly what they're known for. So I think that the Chiefs are going to have their opportunity to score a lot of points. As long as they can execute in the red zone, I would like to repeat that, execute in the red zone.
Thank you.
But I think Dallas is going to score a lot of points too. I think the Chiefs defense definitely has the advantage between the two. But Dallas is going to score some points. So I think 52.5. I think over is pretty easy, but the Chiefs are favored by 3 on the road. And again, I'm kind of leery of that. I mean, if I were going to take the Chiefs, I would think that it would be by a field goal, something like that. But the Chiefs are favored in all of these games, and it just really has started.
Wild.
It's kind of started to bug me because I don't know if everybody's seen their record, but they're 6-5. So,
but
5 of those games that they were favored in.
But the guys in Vegas having the lines wrong cost their job. So unlike content creators and ESPN and analysts going for clicks, they're going for being right. And they want to keep their freaking job.
Going too. A lot of it's where the money's going. And I mean, the money is saying the Chiefs are going to win this game. And I'll be honest with you. Here's one of the takes that the Cowboys fans can go ahead and take this and run with it for the next week if they want to. But I think that this is a game that the Chiefs can go down and really control the game and win it by more than 3. I think this is one. If you're going to drop a game, this one hurts less, but I don't think we're in the position to drop any more games. I think they need to go down and handle business. I think they're the superior team. And I think that's exactly what they need to do is go down there, dominate, come out with a win. Everybody in Kansas City has a happy Thanksgiving. Everybody in Dallas has a regular Dallas Thanksgiving. And then we all move forward to next week's game.
So, okay, I'm looking at something right now, and I don't check out every team. Back in the past, my dad raised me trying to make me a Cowboys fan. So I did follow them in my early years, but I haven't followed them for a couple decades now. So I didn't know this, but is this true? Do they have 3 Tylers on their offensive line?
I know they have 2.
So Tyler Guyton?
Yeah, he's the one that's out.
Yeah. Then Tyler Smith and Tyler Booker? Is that really a thing? Chad, help me out. Here, hold on.
It could be.
Chiefs fans too.
I'll tell you what, wait.
Dallas,
Just wait. In about 10, 15 years, there's going to be offensive
line.
lines that are built of nothing but Bradens, Cadens, Jadens.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
Dude, Jaden's like crazy. Dude, it is. Tyler Guyton, Tyler Smith, Tyler Booker. Dude, so
Are they all starters?
Their center could be like, hey, my name's Cooper, and I got my right tackle Terrence, and my right guard Tyler, and my other guard Tyler, and my other tackle Tyler. Yeah, this is my line. They have 3 Tylers on the offensive line. That is absolutely hilarious.
Well, in this game, they have 2.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're missing the triple T.
Yep.
Oh, I was thinking that works with Triple H, but it was H, not T. I don't know why I was thinking T. Wait, hold on. What was the one movie with the
Triple X?
The Triple X. Yep. Never mind. There's no Triple
Are we
T.
allowed to talk about those kind of movies?
Well, yeah. So I was just looking at what I had down for like the Cowboys strengths, and I guess those 2 guards are great at run blocking, but like is the Cowboys running game good? I don't even know.
I'm limited in my knowledge about their running game, but I do have one of their running backs in fantasy, and he's fairly consistent. And I always wonder, like, should I swap him out for somebody? But then
Consistent
every
doesn't
week
mean
it's like,
good, though.
yeah.
I mean, he could be consistently bad.
Let me see. Let me pull this up.
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, so the Cowboys ranked 12th in the NFL for rushing offense with an average of 120.5 rushing yards per game. Well, I mean, but they don't have like Javonte Williams.
That's him
Williams.
down this week.
Yeah, it's a primary guy. Huh. See, because like that's I wonder what they actually run out of, because I really want Spags to stay the majority in the nickel this game. And so the nickel or the 3-3 nickel, like 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, if Leo Chanel is up to it, because that guy is a playmaker. But I want 5, corners and or safeties on the field at all times with the 2 wideouts that they have. So yeah, so I was just kind of like, I haven't really heard much about their rushing attack, but 12th in the league is not something to turn your nose up at.
Well, let me put it this way. I mean, I'll break it down fantasy wise. That Javonte Williams had 19.5 points against Philly, 22 against the Giants, 10 against Chicago, 17.5 against Green Bay, 26.5 against the Jets. But he put up 17.5 points against Denver, which is impressive. 18 points against Washington. I mean, they're running it fairly consistently. And I mean, he's racking up some points, at least fantasy wise. And that's how I judge a lot of players
I do
across
too,
the NFL.
dude. I mean, honestly,
So,
like you can, although
It's a
it
good
depends
starting
on
point.
if you're in PPR leagues, because PPR leagues can sometimes over exaggerate a running back if they're a
Sure.
catch out of the backfield type of running back.
But
But
looking at this-
oftentimes it's a good it's a good indicator. Definitely, I use it a lot too. Speaking
I'll
of which,
say
you're gonna have
under-
to join our league next year if somebody leaves.
you guys don't want that. You guys probably win sometimes. You don't want me to join.
I mean, me and Buck are
Um,
both in the playoffs, so
But
playoffs.
Williams has only had 2 games under 9 points in fantasy. Now, this is a PPR league,
good.
as you had mentioned, but only 2 games under 9 points. I mean,
But
that's a
is
guy
he
I
a-
want on my roster.
Yeah, is he a catch out of the backfield guy? Because that's the only thing in PPR leagues that really pushes him over the top.
I'll
See,
tell
I
you
don't
what,
know.
Like you almost have to pay me to watch a Dallas game, so I couldn't tell you.
Let me see what his receiving stats are.
Nickelodeon.
You got it.
That was my alarm
Let's see
clock
the
for
stat.
years. The
So-
volume of that alarm clock was the only one that could wake me up.
So he has 28 receptions for 107 yards. I mean,
Yeah.
receiving yards per game is like 9.7. I don't think he's actually like somebody who I would say gets like what's oh
Christian McCaffrey,
McCaffrey. Yeah, what's
Saquon, I believe.
But he has racked up 900 rushing yards and 8 rushing touchdowns. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, so Christian McCaffrey, just to put you like on a different scale of
Perspective.
what this is, he has 81 receptions for 785 yards.
Sure.
Like that's so basically what we're seeing there is Javonte is a rusher. Like he is a rusher, and yeah.
And according to Yahoo, he is the 8th position ranked running back. Number 8.
So that's something I hadn't really taken into account because I was looking at their tight end. I was looking at their 2 wide receivers, but I don't know. Spags might try to just shut down the run.
ooh, that'll bite you, I think.
I mean, but
I
that
agree.
will
Yeah.
that would shut down play action. Like what's Dallas's play action percentage?
I'll tell you, I should have done more research on Dallas, but that just makes me sick to my stomach when I
Yeah.
So they use play action 28.4% of the time. Yeah, they rank 8th in the league on play action. So you take away the run, you take away the play action. I think that is actually a bigger deal, honestly. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm changing my mind here. You know. Yeah, I mean it's what we say on the show every time. The reason you could listen to us about Chiefs over the national media is because we know Chiefs, but we don't know every other team. And we actually admit that. We researched them prior. This week is a little rough because we've literally had no time to research, like the Chiefs having no time to practice. So, you know, we usually give you a better view of what we're up against, but
You
Damn.
wouldn't be watching us look it up in real time. We're usually
Yeah.
doing this ahead of time.
Yeah, but I mean I think that's what separates us, is because we don't BS you and just make crap up like everybody else does. Speaking of which, dude, did you see Shady McCoy the other day?
I'll do that from time to time.
See Shady McCoy the other day called Tyquan Thornton the second best wide receiver on the Chiefs. I don't know if everybody's noticed, but Bob's been saying that since week 2.
Copyright Bob.
Yes, he has.
Just saying,
Yes, he has.
Shady McCoy seems to be listening to Buck and Bob.
Longtime fan.
I've heard other people bring it up too. So interesting. Just saying, man, if you look back, check the receipts. Bob's right often. Yep. Bob called the trade of Tootie a day before it happened, and nobody else did. I don't care what you say, nobody did. I watch all kinds of Chiefs content, and nobody called that. But Bob. What about Bob?
Nobody called that butt Bob?
I'm calling that butt. Remember, speaking of butts, if you're thinking about
Samsonite.
if you're thinking about butts, Buck used to eat butts. Not cigarette butts, but butts of another kind.
Yeah.
They were known as roaches, I think.
They were.
Back in the day. Buck loved to eat roaches.
I wouldn't say
Wow, I
I
didn't know
love
where this
to.
was going.
I just never turned it down. I mean,
He just didn't want to see anything go to waste,
it
that
was
protein.
it was a fun little party trick because people were always like, "Whoa, that's awesome," and I'm like,
Dude,
just gets me where I want to be a little bit quicker.
Only vegetables I'm having this week.
We talk smack on JJ all the time on this podcast just because, he was a pain in the ass for us, our friend group, for years. We loved him, but he was still a pain in the ass. But JJ had one of the coolest party tricks you could ever have in life. He would take Everclear and blow fire at parties. And I mean, when I'm talking blow fire, I don't mean like a little... Like you take a, butane and spray it, on a lighter. I'm talking like he would literally throw out a bellowing roar like it was a freaking dragon, and it was pretty impressive. But everybody's got one talent, right? Yeah. So I mean, do you want to talk about? Like, we're kind of coming up towards the end here. We don't want to go over, an hour and a half, but we got maybe 10, 15 minutes to answer questions. If anybody in chat has any questions they want to throw out. But I mean, I think we have a chance to really take this game away if we can, not make the silly mistakes that we have made. And if we keep the rush on, the blitz on defense.
It's definitely a winnable game for the Kansas City Chiefs, but I am not convinced that the Chiefs are going to go to Dallas and take this victory. I feel pretty strongly like it's going to be a 4 to 6 point game, somewhere in the 20s, 28-24, 26-20, something, 30-24. I don't think they're going to hit the over. I think they're going to hit the they might. I guess it's 30-24. That hits the over.
Yeah.
It's possible. I'm not so much worried about over/under. I'm more worried about what the end score is. But yeah, I think it's going to be 4 to 6 points. But
I just think after this week, after last game, we beat what many thought is the best team in the NFL, and we beat them after just playing horribly for 3 quarters. I think if this game doesn't bring the Chiefs to fruition, nothing will.
The big difference, though, is that team had one big weapon, and that just kind of happened to fall in the laps of the strength for our defense. And this game, we don't have that advantage, man.
That is a good point if you're talking about the receiving core, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from our defensive backs. They've been pretty good. But when you got a team that has two wide receivers that are world class, I mean, they'd probably both be starters on 31 other teams.
And the tight end and the number 8 running back in the league. I mean, they're high powered. I think the secret is you got to stay on deck. Got to stay on deck. You got to keep pressuring him and hope that he makes some mistakes. Hope that
blitz,
he's got to get rid of the ball early.
Blitz.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I'd love to see blitzing again.
Blitz. Yeah. Blitz. Yes.
You got
because I think the Chiefs are going to score their points.
It's
just a matter of can we stop them?
Blitzing.
I love it. We'll just name them all Blitzen.
The most famous reindeer of all, Blitzen.
The red-nosed Blitzen.
Yeah.
All right, well, chat's gone kind of quiet, so I'm going to end us out with something fun here. I got to share my screen here. So
before we officially end, I do want to tell everybody happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
everybody enjoy the game. This is a rare Chiefs on Thanksgiving game. Usually we're having to watch other teams. It's pretty cool that we get to watch ours, but most importantly, everybody have a happy Thanksgiving.
Agreed.
All right, so
enjoy responsibly.
So unfortunately, what I'm going to show you guys is not the best quality. But we talked about it, and I just wanted to prove it was true. So hopefully, we don't get copyright struck for this. But we're going to go ahead and hopefully my audio comes in here. But the one who could copyright strike us is sitting here, so hopefully he doesn't do that. So let's go ahead and put it on screen here.
Oh, dear.
Here we go. How do I press play? That's on screen. Oh, I have to do it on the other screen. Is the audio coming? Tom in the middle with the mohawk. So cool you got to do this.
Awesome.
That is unreal. You got to do that, dude. I just had to put that up. You had talked about it, and I was like, damn, I've missed that somehow over the years.
I feel like you weren't even singing through like the first half of that. You were just
No. The lead was.
I'm not the lead singer.
They all
just
jumped
the lead?
in.
Oh, okay.
No,
I came in with all kinds of harmonies and all that kind of stuff. But that was awesome. I remember Dexter McCluster came up after we sang that. He was like, man, that was one of the best we've ever heard that. And I'm like, thanks, man. Go in.
You had to look up to him too, didn't you?
Dude,
no,
it was
no, that guy.
dude. So yeah, like we talked about it, and I was like, I wonder if I could find this on YouTube, and I found it on the RLC video, your red line chemistry site, and I was like, all right, well, hopefully Tom doesn't copyright strike me, but I have to play this. Unbelievable that you got to stand in the middle of the field and sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Experience
And
that Chiefs at the end, right in
Jets
the middle.
came over, and I have been on the field during a tour with 50 people, and 50 people yelling from one sideline reverberates like unbelievable. I can't imagine what it's like during game day, and I'm so jealous that you got to do that, and it's just so cool. So I just wanted to talk about it here just at the very end, like what that whole experience was like.
That's funny. It was awesome. We actually did a documentary for the Chiefs as well. And I'll have to look that up. I'll bring some more details on another episode. We can talk about it. Similar, I mean, the Kingdom, how they do that whole series. This was back in, I mean, this would have been 2011, 2012. And we were featured on a couple episodes of that. It would air on Channel 9, I think, on Saturday nights is when that was on. So we had a couple episodes there. But through that, we were also invited to do the national anthem at the Chiefs game. It was Romeo Crennel's first game as head coach. It was when the undefeated Green Bay Packers were coming into Arrowhead. The Chiefs obviously weren't having that great of a season if they were changing coaches mid-season. And the Chiefs went on to win that game and beat the undefeated Packers. And it was one of the coolest experiences of my entire life. Hands down.
Man.
I really did get chills watching that. That was so cool.
I've been holding that. So I've been having to sit out of the podcast, and I found that right after the night we talked about it. And I'm like, I'm waiting until I come back. I told Buck I had something planned because Buck was talking about using your old rock star pictures for the thumbs. And I was like, you can't use the black and white one. He was like, why? I was like, because it doesn't fit with the thumbnail, dude. You just can't do it. It's like,
I mean, there's my bass hanging on the wall back there. And yeah.
Well, I mean, we could. I mean, if you want to pull it out and record something, we could use some intro music. We could use some fresh stuff. So
I think the only time a standalone bass intro music worked was with Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. That's exactly what I was thinking. Do something along those lines.
Or something along the 007 lines. I used to always ask you to play that for me, and you played it great. If you could change that up a little bit.
Remember Spy Hunter was the first song that you taught me on bass when you were trying to teach me how to play bass.
It was the first song I learned when what's it called? It's like Peter Gunn or something like that, or Tommy Gunn.
Yeah. I think it was Peter Gunn. Yeah.
All right, well, don't copyright strike us for that. And if you're not in control of the YouTube, make sure that
talk to your guys.
Make sure that they.
Hey, I don't own the copyright. I don't own the copyright on the Star Spangled Banner.
No. It's like basically we
from
played
your
it
site.
verbatim, so RLC video will get a copyright notification, and they can choose to strike it or not. So just don't strike our video.
Well, I'm not in charge of that, but I'll make a phone call and make sure we're clear. And
let them know.
I also appreciate my fifth of a penny for that play there. So thank you so much.
Oh man, that was just so cool, and I just I just wanted everybody to know that Tom's done some cool shit, and you need to stick around because there's a lot more stories to come. A lot more stories to come. Usually probably on member streams. We'll probably keep it to Chiefs, on the regular streams. But on member streams, we like to tell stories. Like I told the story about Jennifer Aniston hitting on me. Like, we'll do red line chemistry stories probably if Tom's cool with it.
Stuff, man.
or G13 stories, whatever.
Oh,
I don't care what band.
Dude, I love
Kansas City
G13.
music history. That's right.
Yep. I love Friday's stories. The whole, what were those competitions?
Oh, the bartender
Which-
Olympics.
The
Yep,
bartender
bartender
Olympics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember the first time Craig found out that I wasn't 21, and he's like, I'm serving you guys. Tom's like, hey, you don't know. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. It's
Yeah.
okay. Yep. All right. Well, guys, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Ba-da-da-da-dum.